All right, well, we're back. The Ken and Ken show. Yeah, I'm the Deuce here with Scotzo and the new dork. Okay, I'm going to read a title of a story on the Huffington Post. Okay, and I want people out there to tell me if this is fair journalism about a man who may be our next president, if God willing. Okay, a racist, sexist demagogue just won the New Hampshire primary. Okay? All right. On the phone, we have the guy who wrote that. It's a man named Ryan Grimm. We've had him on the program before, but let's hear what you have to say. Mr. Grimm, welcome to the program.
How you doing?
Well, I'm not doing so good because you're basically trying to excommunicate a whole bunch of Americans.
No, I mean, they are proud members of a long tradition here in America. You know, what would we be without racism and sexism and demagoguery? What is that, by the way? I just kind of threw that in.
What do you mean? What, you just threw it in?
Demagogue. What does that even mean?
Oh, well, it's what you said, racism and sexism. Like, okay.
Oh, well, then why did I waste the letters?
I don't know. Well, I think you, with all due respect, sir, I think your whole thing is a waste of letters.
It's classic liberal drive-by journalism, and he doesn't even know his own words.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, but wait. Let's start with something that you're very happy about. I guess we should play your new music that you love now because your socialist, communist one. Let's play a little music to make you feel good here. There you go. There you are.
You enjoying that? Looking forward for your free
Okay,
gender change
turn it
operation?
off. Honestly, that makes me nauseous. So there's...
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Tears.
I bet. I don't doubt it at all. So you must be very happy that your communist guy is won the election in New Hampshire. So why? Let me ask you a question. As a Democrat, you must be, and it's clear you are. You must be
a communist.
You must be same difference. You must be sort of troubled because on one hand you have a communist who I don't think can win in when the American people vote for him, or you have a lady who basically nobody can hear the sound, nobody can stand the sound of her voice.
I don't know. I think President Sanders is looking more likely at this point than President Trump. What do you Kens think?
Wow. I guess, not for nothing, like, it's the same approach they have to healthcare and the same approach they have when they tell their kids, like, you don't have to be a boy, you don't have to be a girl, you could be a truck if you want to be. Like,
that's right.
With fantasy thinking all the way, that's why they think that this guy, like, with that hair and whatnot, can win the presidency. It's the same logic.
He could have hair by the afternoon if he went the Trump route.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're aware, right, that Donald Trump is a billionaire.
I don't get that one.
And
what's your source on that? I assume he's got a little bit of money. I don't think it's anywhere near that.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, are you an economist?
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express, though.
Okay. All right. So you're a comedian. That's pretty funny. But no, honestly, you wrote this thing seriously, right? A racist, sexist demagogue. All right. Defend yourself.
Well, he says terrible things about black and brown people.
Like
and
what?
Women.
Like what? What terrible thing?
What did he say? That all Mexicans are rapists?
He never said.
He did not
he never
say
said
that. He drive-by
He did
media.
not say that. He said that the Mexican rapists are rapists.
He did this bizarre mockery of the Chinese accent up on stage at one point. That was
he's
was kinda
racist?
weird.
Wait a second. So I guess like Dawn Rickles and every other comedian, Margaret Cho.
Dude.
She does all sorts of like Chinese accents on her thing or whatever.
Dude, Margaret's show is something else. Dude, Ryan, I have like a serious dude, do you ever get tired though of just being so politically correct? Like you're never allowing yourself to speak what you must actually truly feel.
What would be some good examples of the stuff that you guys aren't allowed to say?
You never want to do a Chinese guy impression about ordering wontons or something?
I go down to, there's a Chinese restaurant I go to. When I get food there, sometimes I go, oh, yo, thank you, oh, yo, to. And they like it. They laugh. Then we do it back and forth. Sometimes, like, I can't go with my Chinese friends, and they make, they talk like an American, and I talk like a Chinese guy. That can't happen.
Hey, this is America. You guys are free to do as you please.
Yeah, but then we get some guy who writes in a headline that I'm a racist, sexist because of it. Okay,
Does that bother you?
Okay, well, wait a second. It's just a matter of like, to a certain extent, it's like white people are being attacked by you, and you don't even realize it, okay? You don't even realize, that's the sick part. You don't even realize it. Okay, so you just said that he made a funny Chinese-sounding voice. That makes you racist?
It's if you tack it on to all of the other stuff, then
All the other stuff?
probably.
Tack it on?
Like what other stuff?
Well, you could take a look at his approach towards Islam as well.
Dude,
he has.
We are at war. And maybe you don't understand that evil exists in the world, but it does.
Let me ask you something about racist, okay? Because we are in a clash of civilizations, as even Marco Rubio, who is not white, said, okay? So
True.
Let me ask you this. How come all we're hearing today is that a Jew wins his first primary? We're all supposed to celebrate. A Jew wins his primary. A Jew wins his primary. How come nobody mentioned when Ted Cruz, who is, I think, is just as good a man in his heart as Donald Trump, when Ted Cruz won in Iowa, no one mentions he's the first Puerto Rican to ever win a primary.
I don't think he's Puerto Rican. I believe he's Cuban.
Whatever. Hispanic.
That was mentioned, and I
didn't
think
hear
that's
it.
great. And
Who mentioned
you could even go a step further. I think the majority of Iowa caucus goers on the Republican side voted for either a black man or one of the two Cuban guys. So that's, you guys should be proud of yourselves.
According to you, they're all racist. That's why they voted for Donald Trump, too.
Well, maybe it's an extension of my best, one of my best friends is black argument. And there's a little bit of guilt working itself out through there. And for so many years, guilt has been kind of the province of Democrats only. So I guess it's nice to see that it's progress.
No, Ryan, one of my best friends is black, Ryan.
Totally.
Why do you have a problem with that?
I think that's wonderful.
Okay, so what's next? Do you just keep what happens if Donald Trump wins in South Carolina? I know I can write the headline. A racist, sexist demagogue. How's he sexist? Like, what has he said about women?
Well, I don't know if this is exactly sexism, but his ex-wife accused him in an affidavit of raping her.
Yeah, but it's his ex-wife. Of course she's going to say that.
Well,
dude, have you ever had an ex-wife?
No,
she
not
supports
yet.
him. She's come out and said, I support you.
Wait till you have an ex-wife.
I just don't understand
buddy.
how you can write this sexist and you can't even tell me one thing. Maybe he raped his ex-wife. That's it.
I could.
Is it?
Boom.
They just claps.
Okay. Now I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what our weather girl just called you. Okay. I'm not going to say it. She just yelled it out from the other room, but I'm not going to say it. Okay.
That's good of you.
He said she called you a pussy.
Look, you
Called
should
you a
not
pussy.
say that, Kelly. That is a terrible thing to say.
Kelly, get out. You
Get
can't
out.
go.
You are banned from calling
you are
Ryan
banned.
Grimm a pussy.
Yes.
No, that is a terrible
somebody-
thing to say. She called you a
if
pussy.
somebody were to engage in that sort of behavior on the public stage, that you're right, that would be a bit sexist.
It would
Employ
be
that sort of
inappropriate
language.
for someone to say it first, as opposed to repeating what somebody else said, right? I mean,
Gotcha.
because I've seen people who have written it many times what Donald Trump said, and they have no problem writing it. I see people on ABC News say they've been saying that.
Yeah,
word.
you make a fair point there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think a lot of the media were pretty giddy to be able to say it. So
That's
well,
right.
I think you're making strong points.
That's right. Okay. So will you concede that what you're doing is inherently dishonest?
No,
And that you're a pussy.
Okay. Wait a second. No, because he's just repeating what Kelly said.
No, I don't think that you are. It's just some have said.
Look, I mean, this is the thing is that, this is why I think we're going to see Donald Trump win, frankly, because we are force-fed. You're trying to ram down our throats time and time again. This whole notion of that we're racist, we're sexist. I mean, well, and you ram it down our throats every time and time again. You try and ram it down our throats that we're sexist and racist. And I think the American people have had enough. But I will, I'll let you have a last word if you want it. I mean, if you have the balls to even come back from something like that, because
well, my sincere hope is that
now
going
look,
forward,
you
we
just
really don't have
interrupted
the,
me, but
raw
I'm not going to
material
make
for
a
any
big
of
deal.
this stuff anymore.
What? You're not what?
Brian, why are you so angry?
Yeah.
The economy, it's just got
Oh, okay. So you work for a millionaire, right? But you're upset because a billionaire is running for office. Is that it? If people are so concerned about wealth inequality, how about this? Why doesn't your boss sell her private jet, stop contributing to the hoax that is global warming, and then give everybody some money?
I don't think she has a private jet.
Okay.
But
well,
I'll float it.
All right.
Well, I hope you enjoy your next free acupuncture session, courtesy of Ariana, Ryan.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll give you some
no doubt
higher
I will.
energy.
Yeah. That would be great. And then maybe you can go
I think
on.
we're having massages today, but that's still
Aromatherapy
Oh,
massage.
okay. Well, why don't you explain to us how that's not sexist? So you're getting massages?
Explain to me how it is.
Oh, well, who are you getting massages from? Girls, right? So the male reporters
not
are getting
exclusively.
not exclusively. Oh, okay. Okay, whatever you say. I mean, the hypocrisy is so thick over there, it's unbelievable.
The arrogance.
It's arrogant. And, that's the problem that you're going to have, is that all you East Coast, New York liberals with your New York values, except for Donald Trump, who is actually international, really, in many respects.
No, he's
Fully national.
sort of like God-fearing, kind of like humble business guy.
Well, he's got businesses all over. That's why his values are not so directly New York like yours are, Ryan Grimm. And so that is the problem, is that you're just judging us by your own standards, which are disgusting.
No doubt.
All right. Well, that's the last word. No doubt. That's it. So it's been great. I mean, if you continue to write stuff like this, Ryan
what
Grimm,
I say after
you should
they-
just be, because it would be. I know you've done everything at the Huffington Post possible to stop, Mr. Trump, who just simply wants to make America great again. Let me ask you one question: why don't you want America to be great?
I would like nothing more than America to be great. And you're right. He's doing quite well in the face of our coverage. So we got to give him that.
How many times has Bernie Sanders said he's going to make America great? Zero. How many times? How many times has Hillary Clinton said it? Zero. So you got one candidate out there who says he's going to make America great. You supposedly want to make America great, but you don't want you all you do is slander him.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad.
Every time I get my pork fried rice at the Chinese place and I pay for it, I go, "We make deal." And those guys love it. They laugh
love
every
it.
time.
They love
because that's America.
those guys at that store. They love Donald Trump because he's a businessman, just like they are. So
Exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Ken. As always, it's been illuminating.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
I'll see you guys in South Carolina.
Enjoy the
Yeah.
aromatherapy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll be
I
down
would
there.
wash that off your
crapping
clothes
all
before you're in
over
South
the people
Carolina.
down there.
Where real Americans are.